Hi, my name is Gabe Pinnell. I'm a solutions engineer here at Shippo, and I'm here today to walk through the Linnworks and Shippo Integration User Guide, essentially showing you how you can connect your Linnworks integration to Shippo, and use Shippo for shipping through Linnworks. Note that before we get started, you should have an active Linnworks account, and you should have an active Shippo account with an API key as well. If you've only got the Linnworks account, you don't have a Shippo account active yet, I'll show you midway through the process where you can essentially go through and add it, but this goes a lot more quickly if you have a Shippo account already created. Bear in mind that this setup usually takes about 15 to 30 minutes to get through, so make sure you've got the time before we get started, and I'll go ahead and walk you through what this looks like. So as you can see, here I've got the Linnworks portal ready to go with a login, and I will go ahead and log in with my information. It'll take a minute to spin up, and you'll see that it prompts me to add in some personal contact details. You can feel free to add this, but I'm going to ask it to remind me to do this at next login. And I'll be greeted with a home page showing a changelog of any, updates that have come through recently on Linnworks. What we're going to do first is we're going to need to integrate Shippo with Linnworks. So we will go to Shipping, and we'll click on Integrations. We will then click on this button up here, Add Integration. And then I'm going to type in Shippo. As you can see, I've got an option right here for Shippo, and I'm going to click Integrate. I'm then prompted to add an account name. If you have other integrations to Shippo through Linnworks, or if you've previously had a Shippo integration through Linnworks, just be aware that this name has to be unique. So for your specific integration. So if you've used a name in the past, you would need to use a different name. I'm going to use the name Shippo Live Demo, and we'll click Next. All right. I'm then prompted to add an address all in one line for contact. This address should contain your street address one, your city, your state, and your zip at a bare minimum. Going to use an example here, 1551 Oaklawn Ave, apartment 308, Dallas, Texas 75207. As you can see, I've got my street address lines 1 and 2, the city, the state, and the zip all in one line for contact here. I'm then going to click Next. You'll see that I'm prompted to connect my account to Shippo. This is going to kick off the OAuth process, so we'll go ahead and click here to get started. All right, as you can see, I'm greeted with the standard Shippo UI for OAuth sign up here. I have the option to create an account if I don't already have one, in which I need to provide my name, email, and password. If I were to continue down this route, I also have to provide payment information, usually in the form of a credit card. However, I've already got a Shippo account, so I'm going to go down to this option here where it says already have an account, log in, and I'll click log in. As you can see, I'm then prompted to log in with my information, so I'll go ahead and give it my info. And I'm then asked whether or not I would like to allow this application to purchase labels on my behalf and add orders to my dashboard. Since I trust Linnworks, I'm going to allow access here. And as you can see, I'm now redirected to a screen that states I can close this tab and click Next on the configuration wizard. So I'm going to do just that. All right. And I'm then prompted to add new services, which are going to be combinations of carriers and service levels, which we'll see here in a minute. Go ahead and close this. And as a next step, now that I've got the OAuth connection created, I actually also need to set one additional field in configuration. So I'm going to click configuration right here, this gear button. And as you can see, I have a contact address, but I do not yet have a sender address. So the sender information is actually different from the contact information, or it can be if you want it to be. So I'm going to add in my name here, Gabriel Pinnell, and I'm going to add some information for shipping. Let's say I am at 1551 Oaklawn Ave, apartment 308, Dallas, Texas, 75207. And for country, we'll go ahead and select the United States in this case. As you can see, we have quite a few different options, however. All right, so we will add US and we will hit next. And this will save the configuration so that when we send items in the future through this integration, it's going to send it through the address that we've just stated on this configuration. So we'll then click close. All right, and now before we start adding in any other, shipments or anything else, we need to add some services to our integration. So I will go to services. And as you can see here, I've got the ability to add various carrier accounts that my Shippo account already has access to. So if you've already opened your Shippo account, or if you've just opened your Shippo account, you should have some essentially carrier accounts that you can add. And you'll notice that these are listed as carrier and then service level. So for example, right here you have DPD UK, which is a carrier, and then you have 2-day, which is a service level that they offer. Various service levels satisfy different requirements. So some are international, some are domestic to certain countries. Some only ship from certain countries to other countries internationally. So we encourage you to change your carrier access on Shippo first. Add in any BYOA accounts that come through as well. So for example, like my FedEx ones are a BYOA account. You're more than welcome to add these using the Shippo UI. But since we're focused on Linnworks, I'll just add a few that are Linnworks specific that we can carry forward. So we'll start with, let's say, USPS. And we will get, let's say, priority mail to start. And we'll add that in. I'll also add ground advantage here. As you can see, I'm able to rename these. So I can say like USPS ground advantage Shippo demo and USPS priority mail Shippo demo as just some examples. And I'll even add in some international items. So we'll say USPS first class mail international, or we'll do package international service. Okay. Name it something a little bit shorter. All right. And since we have one of these as international, we'll go ahead and edit it in order to allow for a customs declaration here. So very important, if you have international shipments, as you know, you need to add in a customs declaration. In order to do so, you have to authorize it using the checkbox here in the configuration for each service. So for every service that you're going to use internationally, highly recommend you check the customs declaration box here. Otherwise, you can encounter some issues down the line. So we'll go ahead and click OK. And then we will go ahead and finish for now. And this is going to save the service levels behind the scenes. As you can see, some of our other integrations also have service levels right here. Before we move on, I'm also going to point out something here called quote. So I'm going to ask it to quote only for the added services. And this will give us some information, or this will restrict the information just to the services we have declared, instead of giving us every service that comes back from Shippo itself. You can choose whether or not to add this in. If you don't, you will get quotes for services you haven't set up here on Shippo. For domestic shipments, that's usually fine. For international shipments, this can cause issues because, again, you haven't yet declared the customs declaration. So highly advise that you declare your specific services within Linnworks and quote only for the added services just to keep things a little easy. We'll go ahead and click OK. And now we'll get to shipping.